Now let's talk about the CAF qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup, but we saw drama in different centers across Africa, starting off with the one for South African team, that is the Bafana. They blew an excellent chance to take control of the qualifying Group C with an untidy performance, leading to a 2-0 defeat to Rwanda on Tuesday. For the coach, Hugo Bruce and South Africa, they sunk to their first defeat in a frontline match outside the COSAFA Cup or the African Nations Championship in a year and 5 months since their 2-1 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying loss against Morocco in Rabat on the 9th of June 2022. Against the world's 140th ranked team, who had won just one game in their past 14, Bafana seemed surprised by the Rwandans' strong running out of the blocks. Now, Rwanda went to 4 points and in the lead of the group. Bafana have 3 points in second place, while Nigeria, Lesotho, and Zimbabwe all have 2 points. Joining us to talk about this is Matsoarelo Makuke, a journalist over there in South Africa. And I'm sure the South Africans are not excited with the result against Rwanda. Good to have you with us, Matsoarelo.
Hi, good morning, Udoka. Thank you so much for having me, and good morning to all the viewers at home.
Of course, good morning to you. Let me first ask you, what is the feeling over there in South Africa after that loss to Rwanda? Because if South Africa had won that game, they would be sitting comfortably at the top of the group.
The mood is that of disappointment, but we're not entirely disappointed because we saw how the pitch was. It was waterlogged. It wasn't just in good conditions, and I do not understand why did they have to go and play in that stadium when they already saw the conditions of the stadium. But as much as we're disappointed, I think there's still more time for us because it's not that bad. We are with 3 points, and Rwanda is leading with 4 points, so we still, at least we're still on the top two. I think that's what matters right now.
All right. Well, looking at the pitch conditions, well, Hugo Bruce spoke about it, saying it is not tidy enough for any team to go there to play football. But should that be enough reason? Should that be enough excuse for South Africa to lose that game? Because, I mean, football is being played wherever, so you should learn how to manage whatever conditions that you get to find yourselves in.
When it comes to managing, I think Hugo Bruce was correct complaining about the pitch and the conditions of the pitch because it there was water. There was no way that they could play in that tap pitch because also remember that Bafana are not used to playing in a pitch that has water, that has bad conditions like that. And it was advantageous for Rwanda because they're used to playing in that pitch, no matter the conditions. But when it comes to Bafana, they seriously not used to playing in a pitch that has water. And besides that, I don't think it's an excuse for Hugo Bruce for them losing this match. We saw that they tried to put pressure to make sure that they score, but it was difficult. Also, the wind wasn't helping them on their side, and also considering the condition of the pitch, it was just a mess. It was. I feel like the Rwanda side did Bafana dirty because why would you take your opponents to such a pitch that has bad conditions? It wasn't an excuse. Bafana, they were going to win this, but they were not used to that pitch because it was waterlogged. It was bad. Let's put it out. It was bad. Even if, and it's not the, but Hugo Bruce is not the first coach to complain about the conditions of that pitch. Even the Nigerian coach, when they were playing last week, he did say that the pitch is not in good condition. And also, I don't understand why did CAF allow to use that pitch because your Swaziland, your Botswana, they use other countries to play their home game matches because they have condition. Why was Rwanda allowed to play in that pitch in the first place? Because it was bad.
All right. Let's talk about away from the pitch now. Where else did it go wrong for South Africa playing against Rwanda? Because it looked like they had all it took to actually top that group. What exactly went wrong for the team? Because a couple of changes, more like the team that played against the Benin Republic in that one. So what exactly went wrong apart from the pitch? And do you think South Africa has what it takes to peep the Super Eagles and top the group when it's all said and done?
Yes, they had every chance to beat the Super Eagle and still take the lead in the Group C. But besides the pitch and everything, remember that they had to travel 6 hours from Kigali to get to Huye Stadium. And I feel like even though they were going to perform, they were already fatigued, they were tired, and there was no way that they were going to perform 100%. We saw them, they tried, but there was no way that they were going to get those 2 points maybe that they were aiming for, because already they were tired. In terms of squad, I can't complain much. The squad, it was perfect. I mean, South Africa, Bafana has a very diverse squad that has talented players. I think it wasn't just their day. They were tired and the pitch, but there's nothing that I could fault when it comes to the squad, because the players, all of them there, they were great, and I feel like they all deserve to be in that squad, and there's nothing that I can fault them when it comes to the squad.
All right, and so what this means is that there's no pressure for Hugo Bruce's job.
Because he's a coach and he wants to see us performing. He wants to see Bafana performing, bringing in goals, scoring. I think he's going to be hard on himself. But those who were watching, they saw. I don't think that there will be someone who would come and say, "Yeah, you're not doing a great job," or "You performing to your full ability as a coach." We all saw what happened, and because he's a human being and he would want goals. I think him, or personally, is going to be hard on himself.
All right, talking about being hard on himself, the players too, I'm sure, will not be excited with that one. But of course, we look forward to the AFCON proper and also the next qualifiers, which will kick off later in 2024. Wishing South Africa well. We'd say may the best team win, because South Africa and Nigeria are rivals in that qualifying group. But of course, we say may the best team qualify for the World Cup. Thank you very much for joining us today, Matsoarelo.
Thank you so much for having me. We'll see next year who wins between Nigeria and South Africa. This is going to be a tough one, but all fingers crossed for whichever team wins.
Of course, all fingers crossed. And like I said, may the best team win. Until then, of course, we will still be friends. Maybe on that day, we would have our fights before the game. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much, Aduka.